Yo guys, what's up? I'm Will Scully with AudioSavings.com. We're hanging out here at Namm 2016. It's been a fun journey, and now we're hanging out with Daniel, who does the who's with Fab Filter, and we're going to take a look at the Fab Filter Pro Q2. How you doing today, Daniel?
Good. How about yourself?
Hey, it's been a good one. Like I said, I use Fab Filter filters, and they're phenomenal. Haven't run the Pro Q2, but why don't you take us through it and what we have to look forward with it?
All right, so Pro Q2 is a really powerful EQ. It's got a great spectrum analyzer. You can do 24 bands, anywhere from 10 hertz to 30 kilohertz, so you can get anywhere in your sound. We have this really cool feature, as you can see here. If I hold my mouse in my spectrum, it'll allow me to build a composite waveform. And from there, I can just kind of go in and pull down specific peaks that are kind of outlying, or that are sticking out of my sound. Then we can also go full screen and take the full advantage of our nice new 4K screens and HD monitors and whatnot. So let me show you another cool feature here. I'm going to change tracks, and we've got our EQ match feature. And so what this will do is it'll allow us to kind of match two different sounds together with an EQ curve. So I've got a funky drum track, and then we've got a hip hop track, and that's side chained in. And so you can see both of them here on our spectrum analyzer. And then if I go down and select EQ match, it's going to take a look at both of them, and it's going to build an EQ curve. So if I click match, it lets me place my points. I can choose how many points I want, so I can choose how strict or how loose it is. And then I click finish, and there I go. I can zoom out and view my entire curve, and then just make subtle changes as I need.
Let me ask you a question on that, because that is very, very interesting and looks very useful if it's doing what I think it's doing. So will it take a look at two separate tracks, look at which frequencies are interfering with each other, and kind of dip and cut according?
What you can do there is you can then select all of your points, and say you have vocals recorded in two different rooms. This will allow you to use the room frequencies from one room, EQ match it to your vocals, and then we can invert our EQ curve completely. And so that way we can EQ out the room noise. So that way if you had vocals recorded in two different rooms, you can kind of match the sound and better get your vocals matching.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Okay, good, powerful tool. It makes life really easy when EQing, especially if you're, in the writing process and you want to get it right and move on and kind of stay in your groove. Now, this is cool. Is there any other features that we should touch on while we're on the Pro Q2?
No, that's really the big new features for Pro Q2.
That's good. And one thing that I also liked is your spectrum your analyzer visually is like really, really detailed. You can really see what it's doing, and to be able to just select and then hit full screen and dip in like that. That makes life easy. It's good to have a visual as well as an audible reference. So very cool. Well, Daniel, thank you so much for your time on this one. Thanks for the interview. And guys, that's the Fab Filter Pro Q2. I'm Will Scully. Thanks for hanging out with AudioSavings.com.